Let's discuss CAT 2025 Slot 2 DI question. Let's read the information. The Sustainability Index, SI of a country at a point in time, is an integer between 1 to 100. This question is related to SI of 6 countries, A, B, C, D, E, and F, at 3 different points in time, 2016, 2020, and 2024. The plot represents the exact change in their SI, with X coordinate representing percentage increase in 2020 from 2016. So if you look at X coordinate for any country, that will represent what is the percentage change from 16 to 20. This percentage change is represented by X coordinate. And similarly from 20 to 24 is represented by Y coordinate. At any point in time, the country with highest SI is ranked 1, while the country with the lowest SI is ranked 6. The following additional facts are known. So let's try to solve the set. First thing is we will represent the data in a very structured manner so that we can solve set. So let me make over here 6 countries: A, B, C, D, E, and F. You can write all the percentage changes in one go, or we can go question by question. Both the approaches are whatever comfortable to you. We will try to solve the whole set in one go if we are able to do that. Let me write 2016, 20, and 24. Now let's look at what is the information that is given to us. In 2016, B, C, E, and A had rank 1, 2, 3, and 4 respectively. So B got rank 1, C rank 2, E got rank 3, and A got rank 4. So accordingly, we have to make sure that SI values we have to arrange. F had lower SI than any other country in 16, 20, and 2000. So in all the 3 years, F has the lowest SI. So it has to be at number 6. In 2024, E was the only country with SI of 90. So E was the only country with a SI of 90. So let me represent the SI of E is 90. Now since E's value is given in 2024, so we can actually calculate the value in 1620 because percentage changes are given. So let's go, where is the point E? E is this. If you look at the x-axis value is coming at 25%. So this value is 25%. It means as compared to 2016, SI index of country E has gone up by 25%. And look at the y-axis value indicate 20%. So if I take this to be A and B, then obviously 1.2 multiplied by B is 90, because from here the change has been 20%. So I think B will become 90 upon 1.2, that is 75. So we can clearly say that this SI index of country E in 2020 has to be 75. And here it has increased by 25%. So if I can write directly value to be 60. Because if you increase 60 by 25%, that will go up to 75. So this is how we are clear about SI index of country E in all the 3 given here. I hope that this is clear. So let's proceed further. Now what is the next point? Next point says the range of SI. Now range means minimum and maximum value. Of the 6 countries was 16 as well as in 2024. So in 2016 range is 60. It means highest minus lowest has to be 60. And same is true with. Now here, just think which country can have a SI index of maximum. So now E has got an SI index of 90. So the maximum possible value could range from 90 to 100. Why? Either E can have number 1, or maybe if somebody else, some other country among A, B, C, D are at number 1, then their value has to be more than 90, and it can range to 100 because maximum possible value is 100. So I can say if maximum possible SI index is from 90 to 100 including both the value, then SI index of country F has to be 60 less than, so this will range between 30 to 40. Now to figure out the precise value, we should think what are the percentage changes in the SI index of F. Now that's what we have to look. So let's look at the graph and go to F. F's x-axis value is at 100%. It means SI index of F has doubled in 2020 with respect to 2016. And if you look at y-axis value, it is minus 25%. Great. So suppose if this value is A, then what will be this value? So this value has come down by 25%. So you can say this value has to be A upon 0.75. If you calculate ratio, it will become 4A by 3. And since we want to take this value to be an integer, then in that case A has to be multiple of 3. Now, so SI of F has to be a multiple of 3 in 2024, as well as it will be between 30 to 40. Now if we mix these 2 points, then I can say SI of F in 2024 either can be 30 or it can be 33 or it could be 36 or it could be 39. These are the 4 values that F can take. And if SI of F is 30, then SI of F in 2020 is like this value is increased by 25%. So this value has to be, reduced by 25%. So this value has to be 40. This will become 44. This will become 48. And this will become 52. So in that case, we can calculate SI of F in 16 also. Why? Because this value is just doubled. So in that case, this value become 20, 22, 24 and 26. Now this will help. Now another thing. Now in 2016, the difference between SI of B and F has to be 60. Why? Because the range has been given 60. So if we know that SI of F in 16 is either 20, 22, 24 and 26. In that respect, we can calculate the SI of B also in 2016, which will be 60 more than the SI of F. So this could be 80 or 82 or 84 or 86. Now, which of them is going to be feasible, that we'll come to know if you know the percentage changes of B. So let's go to the B in the table. B's x-axis value is somewhere at minus 25%. Okay. So whatever we take this value, we have to reduce this by 25%. This should be an integer value. And similarly, look at B's y-axis value. Y-axis value is again minus 25%. Great. So it means out of 80, 82, 84, 86, we have to choose a value in such a way that if we reduce by 25%, it should be an integer, and further reduce by 25%, it should be an integer. Do that. Reduce it by 25%, you get 60. Possible. 82 is not divisible by 4, so it won't lead to an integer value. 84 will give you 63. Now further, if you want to reduce it by 25%, this will give you 45. Possible, but this will again result into an integer value. So we are left with only one case. In that sense, B will have an SI index of 80 in 2016. Here it will become 60 and here it will become 45. And the moment we fix SI index of B, then we also know that F's SI index will become 20. And now here it will become 40 and here it will become 30. So in this way, we are able to fix the SI value of B as well as F in all the 3 years. Now let's move further and try to see if you can calculate SI value of other countries as well. But I would like to look at the questions, because it is possible that by these calculations, we will be able to solve a few questions also. So I would suggest to let's look at our question, and if we can solve some of them, then we'll try to go further, because that is the good part of DI question, where you can take question individually. It's not like reasoning where you have to crack the complete set. So Let's look at the first question, which is what was the SI of E in 2016? So we have already calculated, like E of SI in 2016 has to be 60. So if you look at this data, SI of, let me take the pen, SI of E in 2016 is this value. So the answer for this question is 60. So we have already answered question number 6. The answer has to be 60. Look at the next one. What was the SI of F in 2020? That we already well calculated. SI of F in 2020 has to be 40. Great. So we've already been able to solve 2 questions. Third, what was the SI of C? Now this is what we have to calculate. But I'll look at the next question as well. What was the SI of B in 2024? I think that we have also calculated. SI of B in 24 is 45. So you can say option third is going to be the correct answer. So now we are left with only one question that we'll try to figure out. What was the SI of C? So I have to calculate SI of C. Now SI of C in 2016 has a rank of 2. Now second rank means this value should be less than first rank and should be more than third rank. Now we know that rank 1 has 80 value, rank third is 60. It means C's SI in 2016 has to be more than 60. That means it will start from 60 and reach to 79. That is the range that we have got. Now let's look at the percentage changes of C. So if I look at the x-axis value of C, that is minus 20%. So I have to take this value in such a way that by reducing 20%, this should become an integer. And look at y-axis value of C, that has to be 40%. So we have to increase this value further by 40%. Now reducing 20% means it has to be a multiple of 5 because 20% means 1 by 5. So it means I have to take a value between 61 to 79 in such a way that that value has to be divisible by 5. So there are 3 possibilities. Either you can take this value to be 65 or 70 or 75. So accordingly, we can move further. Now, if I take, so let me take, this is C's SI index in 16. In that case, C's SI index in 20 has to be lowered by 20%. So if you reduce 65 by 20%, you are left with 52, 56 and 60. Now further in 2024, you have to increase this by 40%. Now if I increase 52 by 40%, it will be a decimal value. So this case is gone. Similarly, if I increase 56 by 40%, this will be again a decimal value. But if I increase 40% of 60, it will be an integer value. So that is the only case that we are left with. So you can say in this particular year, your SI of country C has to be 75. Here it will become 60 and here it will become 84. And now the question asks you, what is the SI of C in 2024? Then my answer has to be 84. So now we have been able to solve all the 4 questions of this set. Thank you.